Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Duke Blue Devils taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Blue Devils will kick it off to get us underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. Offense set on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Got room at the 35. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, you want to make a statement early in a game. Your first offensive possession, you go 75 yards for the touchdown. Their opponent right now is literally in shock and awe. They're in disbelief. They don't even know what hit them.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Getting set for first down. And off to Jones. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Duke.
Number 24 with the carry.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to get right back to it. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He'll let it go down the right side. And the ball is intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now on the move. Runs through a tackle. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short. When it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much, and that's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
He wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Murphy. Fires to the big fella. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Line gets set, first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
14, Duke 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Just ran over it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Paging George P. Burdell. Paging George P. Burdell.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
We now move inside 4 minutes to play here in the 1st half. They'll try the outside to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 16.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Set to kick it away.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? Looking to take a shot. Brings it down on the right side. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's looking to throw it. He'll take another shot here. And it's caught! Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Motion from the offense. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They've got the screen set up. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Yellow Jackets will take over. 1st and 10.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. In the red area, it's Singleton. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to move it through the air. Throwing right. He makes a catch. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to pass, it's Murphy. Fires to the big fella. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It's good. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
28-7.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense heads back out onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do so.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
To the air, it's Murphy. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. Now on the return. Makes a move. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The offense set for a first down play. Power football with the run. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Blue Devils headed quickly to the line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running it to the right. And a nice solid pickup here before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll try to run for it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Blue Devils are rolling down the field. Running to the left. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The pitch to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Now he's looking to throw it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that's the problem with the free flipper, right? It takes time to develop, and you could tell they handed it off. They didn't really bite it too much and continue to rush the pass or get to the quarterback and put a good lick on him, Jesse, as he's throwing the football.
Yeah, the offensive line is going to be kicking themselves when they watch this on film because they had a touchdown on that play. If they could have just given the quarterback another split second to throw. You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by just 1 over Iowa. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun to give, looking for room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got enough for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
On the run, it's Singleton. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The inside handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's trying to get behind the defense. And he's got it inside the 25.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work as well.
The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. That's the score. Kansas City, 35-20.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The back goes in motion. On the option. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
The fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll give it to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Pushes ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Finds the tight end. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Looking to scramble. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Wants to fire on second down. Looking for a huge play. And it's caught inside the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
A run for the quarterback. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of diva in them, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On the ground, it's Yates. Follows a good block there, picks up threes out to the 9. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll try it over the left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
change, George P. Burnell.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. It is a game of field position, and after a return like that, man, are they set up. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When I get inside the 3 on first and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be a physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
Here we go. Snap it to the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the punishment has been extended. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the Blue Devils will move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the right. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. This time he's got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Kick.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's